What's up, disc golfers? Joe here with Joe's Disc Golf, and I'm here to talk about Team Clash. No, that's Team Flash. No, that's a different Team Flash. That's The Clash. I'm here to talk about Team Clash discs. I think I got it straightened out now, Mr. Editor. But before we get too much further, let's go ahead and roll that intro. So we're talking about Clash discs, Team Clash discs. Enunciation is key. We're going to be talking about their North American touring squad, touring team, which include Eric Oakley, James Proctor, Erika Stinchcomb, Scott Withers, Evan Smith, Jacob Courtis, Gillis MacDougal, and Mia Miller. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. I apologize for that. But we're going to talk about them, just kind of get an overview, a sense of how Team Clash is going to do. Because last year, they went gangbusters, and that's for a couple of different reasons. One, their marketing, their commercials during Disc Golf Network that we saw everywhere, they're pretty freaking awesome. They're amazing. I thought there were some great commercials. Reminded me of the old school beer commercials from like the 90s, early 2000s for the Super Bowl. Sorry, the big game. Sorry, don't sue me, NFL. Don't copyright claim this video. Kind of reminded me of that. Very creative, very fun. And then something else that brought them into the spotlight even more was Nico Locastro. A little bit from his play, a little bit from his on-course situation. We'll just say that, okay? Good, bad, or indifferent, however you fall down on it. It brought a lot of press to both Gateway and Clash. Clash and Gateway both dropped him. But one thing they couldn't drop was the effect that it had on their company, and the stonks went up, as the Wall Street bets guys would say. But we're going to take a look at their new team now. And by new team, I mean post-Nico team, because some of these people were on the team before last year. Some of them are full-time sponsors. Some of them are mixed bag or have just multiple sponsors in general. But we're going to go through here. We're going to start ladies first. FPO side, that is Erika Stinchcomb. She is U-Disc World ranked number 40 with DGPT points. Last year, she finished 35th. Half of the Two Hot Geese commentary, which I thought they did a fantastic job. Not totally my cup of tea, but I can respect what they did. Just like there are certain commentators and commentator groups that I don't care for across all different sports, and not just disc golf or whatever, where it's just their style, not my cup of tea. However, they're very successful, so apparently I'm in the minority, and I can respect when somebody's good at something, whether I like it or not, or how they present it or not. So there we go. And I know, just like this video is not everyone's cup of tea. It is what it is. Plenty of options out there. But I would like it if you do like this video, subscribe, comment, all that fun jazz down below. Don't forget to ring that little bell for notifications. Best DGPT finish was the Des Moines Challenge, where she tied for 5th, and she definitely has a very strong social media presence. So similar to the whole Kona deal, where DD bought her, contract really for partly her play, which didn't quite pan out, but her social media, and that is valuable marketing there that they thought they got their monies back, and her stamps and artwork and all that stuff. So not quite in the same category, but the general idea of large social media following can definitely get the word out there to buy whatever her Tour Series disc, whatever cool stamp, just promote Clash in general. Her average finishing place, and I rounded to the nearest half. So if you go back and check the math, and this is just from DGPT finishes, I don't care what anybody did outside of DGPT and majors, which kind of fell into the same thing because whatever, it all counted towards the points. Average finishing place, 32nd. Not great, especially when you're considering FPO. So hopefully we'll see her on some coverage at some point. Hopefully the game continues to grow and continues to move up and become on one of those feature or chase cards or just other coverage cards, whether that's post-produced or live. Moving on to Mia Miller, MIA, sorry. UDisc World Ranking, NA. DGPT points, technically tied for 166, played one event, and that was the Des Moines Challenge, where she finished 44th. That's where she got all of her points, so I don't put much stock into either of those. Relatively new player on tour. Average finishing place, not appropriate. And when I say relatively new, I mean really new. She turned pro in 2022, towards the end there. So Des Moines Challenge was her only DGPT event. This is in the small print for the whole Clash Discs announcement on Instagram, so take that for what it's worth. They're not putting as much stock into her, though just kind of betting on the future. Moving over to the men's side, we have probably one of the bigger names out there, Eric Oakley. Now, you're saying bigger names. I'm saying, hey, bigger names as in huge social media presence, huge presence out at the disc golf course, the kind of guy that, like, he's around. When he's around, he's around. World ranking, 79th. DGPT points, 63rd. Fantastic, as I said, fantastic social media presence. Huge dynamic personality, wears his emotions on his sleeves. Good and bad. Take it for what it's worth. Most people on tour like him. He's got, like I said, great social media. Love watching him on camera. He's just fun. He's a fun guy. He can sell discs regardless of his performance. Look at his different discs that he had at Dynamic Discs. He was a huge part of their marketing while not being, a top 5, top 10 player. Still huge part of that. His best finish was tied for 14th at Worlds and average finishing place 43.5. So again, not all that fantastic, but you know what you're getting. You're getting a solid player who is, again, you're paying for his social media, essentially, and his skills there. Obviously, he does the whale sacks with his wife, Tina, and all that jazz. Moving next, and I'm just going down the order here that they had them listed there outside of, did FPO first, now we're on MPO. James Proctor, world ranking 41 with DGPT points. He finished 51st. While not new to the professional scene, he is newer to the full-time touring scene, having a full tour in 2022. And his best finish was at the Butler County Disc Golf Classic, where he finished 4th, average finishing place 34.5. Again, he played well with the courses that he had played before on his limited tour schedule. Now he had a full tour. See what those courses are. He won't have to spend as much time in the 2023 season learning the courses again. He'll be able to get better shots out of that. And so there's that. We've got Scott Withers, UDisc World Rank 59th, DGPT point 64th. He is first year on tour was this year. Well, last year, I guess, 2022. Got to get used to saying that, man. That's rough. Generally did better at the tournaments that he had previously played. Again, he was one of those kind of local, regional-ish, traveled for like USDGC kind of stuff. Best DGPT finish was 7th at Las Vegas Challenge and averaged finishing spot 39th. Then we move on to Evan Smith, UDisc World Rank 48th, DGPT points 54th, turned pro in 2019, had a little bit of free time after that in 2020, competed in the 2021 USDGC. Best DGPT finish was the 3rd place finish at Des Moines Challenge and average finishing place 22nd. Well, this is he's the best MPO averaging finishing place there. We'll see how that pans out this year with Evan Smith. I'm hoping for the best. I'm really hoping that he does well. And hopefully things go well for that. Jacob Courtis, UDisc World Ranking, NA, DGPT points, 155th place. Turned pro 2018. Best DGPT finish was 21st Santa Cruz Masters Cup. Average finishing place 62.5. Didn't really tour all that much. Didn't do all that well. Obviously, 155th in DGPT points, but he will be touring more now that he has a sponsor. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Again, he'll be looking to make waves and move on up. Finally, Gillis MacDougal. UDisc World Ranking, NA. DGPT points, NA. Turn Pro 2021. Best DGPT finish does not apply and does not have an average finishing position. He looks like a very new player to the whole touring scene. This will be his first touring season, it appears, given that he has no DGPT stats. And I wish him the best of luck, Gillis. I really do. I hope that he performs well. Those are everybody on the Team Clash MPO FPO. I think they will be a solid middle of the pack kind of company in terms of overall finishing. I think they're still going to crush it with their marketing. They're still going to sell a ton of discs with these people out there. They've got some dynamic personalities that will be able to push even more plastic, hopefully allowing that budget to expand more and allowing Clash discs to be able to get more players, higher level players. No offense to anyone out there. There could be some diamonds in the rough. I don't know anything about Gillis. I don't know anything about Mia. Hopefully, they pan out and they're, the next Paul Macbeth, the next Paige Pierce, the next Kristen Tatar. Who knows what is out there? But that is everything there that we have for Clash, Team Clash discs. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. You've made it this far, and if you've made it this far, you really should check out that subscribe button. It's just down here somewhere along the way, whether you're on mobile or other. That subscribe button moves around. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Don't forget, if you get a bad tree kick, then you need to repent and reflect because you have transgressed against Treesus. And if you get a great tree kick, you need to thank Treesus. As always, I've been Joe, you've been awesome, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video.